Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. We have a special series here called Viewer's Choice. We have viewers who comment on stocks that they're interested in or that they are trading, so get ready for some next level analysis. I guarantee you're not going to find this stuff anywhere else on YouTube. So stay tuned, sit back, grab a coffee, and let's take a deep dive on the NIO charts and what we can expect in terms of price action for the future. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is simply for education and entertainment only. See the disclaimer in the description below. If you like this kind of entertainment and education, you can follow me on Patreon and also like, subscribe, and comment, all that good stuff. I thank you very much for it, for your support and your attention. So let's jump into the chart, shall we? Okay, so we have a blank chart. We have nothing here except for price action and volume. What we do when we analyze and we look to see where the price is going, we need to identify important areas. And we only care for areas, recent important areas. I don't go too far back, depending if I'm looking for like a very long time frame. But if I'm looking for, the upcoming price targets, price actions determine, if I want to get in or get out of a trade, I really focus on the near term, maybe a week, a month, around that time. So let's take a look at this chart, okay? And let's see, where we're heading. Let's see, what is the current price action telling us, okay? So this is obvious right here. We've had a down move. And we had a breakdown candle here, okay? I would identify that as a breakdown candle. And what happened the next day is we stopped. So the price found support and is building a bottom. We had a chop shop, we're chopping around here in this particular range. So it seems to me like we're building a bottom. If we look at some current candle patterns, I would say these are reversal candles, break up candle and a break up candle. So currently, I think that we are changing direction in the price action. Now, where are we going? Where will there be some resistance? Well, we still are making lower lows, and we could be in a lower low, lower high situation because that's really the current trend. Low, lower low, lower low, lower low. So we're not out of the woods yet. However, sentiment is changing on a weekly basis. The sentiment is changing. Now on a monthly basis, the sentiment is still bearish. So where can we identify some important price areas? And if you look at my gap trading series, my short selling series, I always talk about that. This is my song. I sing it every video, and we always look for the tops of breakdown candles. These are absolutely important areas in terms of price. So let's make a line here. We know that 44, we'll call it 44 even. It's 44 and a quarter. Find $44 even, just to simplify it, would be a target. The next area would be 50, and the next area would be 54. Now, as a side note, if this is a conviction stock for you, you don't really care about this because you're going to hold it for 5-10 years. You don't care for the current price action. People who are maybe interested in trading it, swing trading, these price targets are more for you because you're probably going to be buying and selling, versus someone who's convicted is just going to hold it no matter what. So there's a difference there. So what does the price action need to do right now? So we need so let's take a look at these gaps. Okay, so what it needs to happen is we need to fill this gap, which we did. So let's flip it. We have two bullish candles here, bam, bam. So it looks like we're going to start making higher highs. So I want to look at it on a different time frame, and let's see what's happening here. So let's move this, and this helps to identify some levels on an intraday basis. Okay, so if I'm going to be looking at day trading this stock, I'm going to be looking at this level. So 44 is my ultimate bull target. So I think we are on the way there. If I'm going to try to get in on this stock on the long side, I'm going to be looking at getting it at some of these break up areas. So these, I'll identify these three levels. So if I'm looking to get long, 39, 38, and 37 are intraday support. So as soon as the stock moves, NIO moves to that number, the first time it hits that number, I will be looking to buy at that area. So if we scroll back, so let's take a look at what's happening here. So let's see if we can find some more information. So another level here. So this is the most recent support. So if I'm looking to just get into swing trade, I just want to see the price come back to 39.50, and that would be, I would just hold it till 44. But if I want to get technical, I would be looking at, and I want to be conservative, $39 would be an entry. If you're looking for a swing trade and you have a lot of risk, you don't mind, it coming down to 38 or 38, 37.50, that area, then just get in 39, maybe buy more at 37.50 type of thing, cost average down. But where there will be a lot of momentum is once we start closing. This is the second way that you can trade this. So one, as I talked about, right, we want the pullback. We want to test previous resistance is now support. We want to test this, right? Maybe it dips down a little lower, right? This would be the buy zone, $39.50, $39. Or the next idea, the next setup would be if we trade above $41 and we start closing above $40, $41 on a 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour candle like this, and we can set up a bull flag. That would be the perfect setup where you would see a continuation up to 44. That's how I see it play out on an intraday perspective. I do want to note, though, that if we just scroll back, this is important because I want to draw this one line here. There's one. So we identified, levels on a daily perspective, and then there's levels on an intraday perspective that we identified here. These are our daily levels, that targets that we'll look for in the month, the week and month to come, because this is a daily chart. I do want to draw a line here. This is not the line I want to draw. So we are in a downwards trend, right? And it kind of looks like we're breaking out of that. We're at that critical point. So if we zoom back in now. Okay, so now we have a bit more information, and interesting enough, you see here it acted as resistance. So every time, this is something you'll hear me say, the reason why, so if you wanted to take a short or a long, the first time it comes to a support or a resistance is the best time. The second time around doesn't work as good. So you could see that if you wanted to take a short, the first time it hit this downward trend line is where you would have initiated your short, and it did work. The second time didn't work, not so well. But the first time that it came here, that you could have initiated a short, it worked pretty well. What we're looking for, and this would be the perfect ideal setup, is basically a back test of this down trending line. So $39, like I said, would be the conservative perfect entry because it also aligns with this break up candle low. Break up candle low, downwards trend line that has been tested and will be back tested. This would be a launching pad to 44. So you can have a $5 move here, easy, which is almost a 20%, 15% return on investment. So this is the play that I see shaping up in the weeks to come on NIO. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you learned something. Remember, like, subscribe, comment below. I like to hear from you, and let me know what you think of this viewer's choice segment. I'd like to hear your feedback. Again, thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.